Hello, and welcome back to the Taiwan Tech Dispatch, where we unpack the global trends shaping technology, business, and the intersection of both, with Taiwan right at the center. I'm your host, White Chu. Today, we're revisiting a story we first explored in episode 3. From Taipei to Tokyo to Sydney, Foxconn as Mitsubishi's EV gamble. If you missed that one, I recommend checking it out after this episode. Back then, we talked about how Foxconn's partnership with Mitsubishi wasn't just a business deal. It was a bold move that signaled Japan's EV strategy was starting to evolve. We explored the shift from Japan's traditional hardware-driven strengths to a future where software, connectivity, and ecosystem integration will decide the winners. Fast forward to now, and there's a new twist. Growing speculation about a possible Foxconn-Nissan partnership. If true, this could take Foxconn's role in Japan's EV market to an entirely new level. Today, we're going to unpack what this might mean for Japan's EV ambitions and how it fits into Foxconn's larger game plan. So grab your coffee, because what's happening here could reshape how we think about the auto industry in Asia and far beyond. Chapter 1: The Background. To understand why Foxconn's growing footprint in Japan matters, let's start with the big picture. Foxconn is no stranger to transformation. From being a world-leading player in Apple's supply chain, it has moved aggressively into electric vehicles through its MIH platform. Think of MIH as an open-source framework for EV design, a blueprint that invites global automakers to plug in, collaborate, and dramatically shorten the time it takes to bring a new EV to market. Meanwhile, Japanese automakers, once untouchable in their global dominance, are facing a tougher reality. They've fallen behind China, Europe, and the US in EV adoption. Manufacturing precision is still their hallmark, but they lag in battery innovation, software integration, and creating the kind of user experience today's consumers expect. And this is where Foxconn comes in. Where Japan struggles, Foxconn specializes in cost-efficient manufacturing, modular design, and integrating software with hardware. Japanese automakers don't just need help making EVs. They need partners who can help them innovate faster, scale production, and compete globally. Chapter 2: The Nissan Foxconn Angle. Late July brought the headlines. Reports that Foxconn might be in talks with Nissan. The rumored focus: compact EVs and possibly commercial vehicles. Both segments with significant growth potential in Asia and emerging markets. If this sounds familiar, it's because Foxconn has already tested the water with Mitsubishi, targeting niche markets like right-hand drive vehicles for Australia and New Zealand. But Nissan is an entirely different scale of opportunity. This is a brand with deep roots in Japan's automotive history and strong recognition worldwide. And there's another layer that makes this even more significant. According to reports from Nikkei and other media, Nissan is considering handing over its underutilized Oppama Plant in Kanagawa Prefecture to Foxconn for EV production. This plant, once a cornerstone of Nissan's domestic operations, is now struggling with excess capacity. If Foxconn takes over, it won't just be a win-win for both sides. It will represent a deeper integration of the MIH platform into Japan's traditionally insular manufacturing system. And the timing is interesting. First, in August, Nissan renewed its investment alignment with Renault, signaling it's serious about reinforcing its EV strategy. Second, Foxconn is scaling up EV production in Southeast Asia, with projects in Indonesia and Thailand, giving it a broader regional footprint. Third, the Japanese government is stepping up with new policies and funding to expand domestic EV infrastructure. Put these together, and you get a potential perfect alignment. Nissan's need for speed, Foxconn's capability to deliver, and a policy environment ready to support the shift. Chapter 3: Broader EV Industry Trends. Zooming out to the global EV market, the landscape is shifting fast as we move into late 2025. In China, a relentless price war is reshaping consumer behavior and pushing adoption rates higher than ever. In the US, the Inflation Reduction Act is turbocharging EV sales with generous subsidies. Meanwhile, Japan and Southeast Asia still represent largely untapped growth markets, and whoever captures them early could define the competitive map for the next decade. This is where Foxconn's possible collaboration with Nissan becomes so intriguing. The models could vary. Foxconn could serve as an OEM producer, integrate advanced software platforms for in-car systems, or even bring in battery and energy management innovations. For Nissan, that could mean faster product launches, greater cost efficiency, and access to technology it might otherwise spend years developing in-house. For Foxconn, it's a deeper foothold in Japan and another proof point that is more than just a contract manufacturer. It's an ecosystem builder. Chapter 4: Strategic Implications. For Japan, the lesson is clear. Global partnerships aren't optional anymore. They're essential for catching up in the EV race and bridging technology gaps that can't be closed overnight. For Taiwan, Foxconn's moves reflect a broader transformation. It's no longer only about semiconductors or consumer electronics. Taiwan is increasingly at the center of entire technology ecosystems, combining EVs, AI batteries, and software into exportable platforms. Whether that's enough to compete with faster movers like BYD or Tesla will depend on how quickly these alliances turn into actual products and how well they resonate in the global market. Closing and CTA. To wrap things up, the Foxconn Nissan story isn't just about building cars. It's about how industries evolve when traditional boundaries blur. From the Foxconn Mitsubishi partnership we covered in episode 3 to this new signs of deeper integration with Nissan, Japan's EV strategy is clearly entering a new chapter, one shaped by both domestic ambition and international collaboration. What should you watch for next? Keep an eye on how Nissan's EV lineup develops, how Foxconn's MIH platform evolves, and how Japan's government follows through on its infrastructure promises. The next 12 months could redefine the competitive order for EVs in Asia. If you enjoyed this analysis and want more insights like it, visit my blog at whitehsu.blog for in-depth commentary. Connect with me on LinkedIn, follow me on Facebook, and subscribe to the Taiwan Tech Dispatch podcast on Spotify and YouTube. I'm White Shu. Thanks for listening. And as always, keep your eyes on the road ahead.